This video is going to review the solution to the foundational 15 problem in Chapter 8. And the approach that we'll take is to try to construct as much as possible the different budgets that would help answer the questions that are shown here. So here's the template for Chapter 8. And it has a template for various budgets that we want to construct. And all of the data at the top is the data that's given here for this foundational 15 problem. So the first budget that we want to construct is the sales budget. So the sales budget, you notice up here we have some assumptions for the selling price of this product and the units sold. So the sales budget is pretty simple. We would take the budgeted unit sales times the selling price. And we want to do everything here with cell references so that we could adjust these budgets as we go along. So we'll enter the budgeted unit sales and enter a reference to the selling price per unit, which are already in the template. So then for each month, we would multiply the budgeted unit sales times the sales price. And we can copy those across. Okay, so now what we need to do is construct the schedule of expected cash collections. So we notice here we've answered the question, what are the budgeted sales for July? And now we're going to answer the question, what are the expected cash collections for July? Now, we won't be able to construct all of these schedules for all months due to the information given, but we'll construct as much of them as we can. So we'll have to construct the expected cash collections starting in July. Now, in July, what we'll notice is that their sales pattern is that they collect 40% in the month of the sale and 60% in the month after the sale. So without any other information, we're going to assume that the sales from June times 60%, because July is after June, would be the amount that's in the beginning July accounts receivable balance. We would assume what is there is 60% of what is yet to be collected from the prior month. All right, so then for each month of sales, they're going to collect the current month's sales times 40%. So we'll copy that over. And then the second month's sales would be the prior month times 60%, because 60% are collected in the month after sale. This amount will be the same as what would have been in the beginning accounts receivable. We can copy that. We can also copy across the beginning accounts receivable balance. And we see here that it's just going to be equal to the second month's sales. So really the total cash collections for each of these months will just be the first month cash collections plus the second month cash collections. And we have the beginning accounts receivable balance here for information, or if we wanted to create the budgeted balance sheet later. So our total cash collections for July, we can highlight the answers to the questions here. The total cash collections are $632,800. All right, so now we're going to construct the production budget. And so for the production budget, we're going to start with the budgeted unit sales. Is 8,400 for June, and we'll copy that all the way across. Now, our desired finished goods inventory, we notice here that there's an assumption that says the desired finished goods inventory is 20% of the next month's unit sales. So our desired finished goods inventory for June is going to be 10,000, the July sales, times 20%. And so we can copy that across. We won't be able to copy it all the way till September because we don't have right now an October sales number. So then our total needs would just be these two added together, the budgeted unit sales plus the desired finished goods inventory. Now, for the matter of the beginning inventory, what we would have expected would be the same pattern. We would have expected that if our sales were going to be 8,400 in June, then we would have had 20% of that available as beginning inventory. So that's where we'll get here the beginning inventory. It also might just be given, but we would have expected it to be at the end of May, 20% of the next month's sales. The next month's sales were June, so that should have been 20%. So if we take the total needs minus the ending inventory, that gives us the required production. And we can copy these across. Now we can also, for purposes of later preparing a budgeted balance sheet, calculate the finished goods inventory balance in dollars. And so that would be the desired finished goods inventory and then times the unit product cost. And so we'll calculate the unit product cost later. So we'll come back to the finished goods inventory balance. So that gives us the required productions number. The next video is going to continue with the raw materials budget.